This is the Hatches Paradigm, a no mastery walkthrough. We have 5 high value targets that we have to kill in all sorts of weird ways. We're going to be bringing standard loadout, but we're going to replace the fiber wire for a lockpick. We're not going to use that much, but it's more useful than the fiber wire anyway. This paradigm is basically made by, I believe, Urban, based on JDM Hatch, who is going to be the curator for the featured contracts later in October. So that's probably the reason why this one was featured. It's quite difficult, and it supposedly is based on some of his favorite targets, Hatch's favorite targets and favorite methods, so unfortunately we have to deal with that. So we're going to go inside, and we're not going to go down in the basement. Normally we would for most contracts, but this is not most contracts. One of the things we need to do is we need to stop the Sheik before he goes to the auction, and so it makes the most sense to just deal with him now. So we're going to come in here and pick this lock. You can also go down into the basement and get the Palace Master Key, but that can take longer. And you see that limo there? We're going to make use of the car alarm on that limo. The Sheik at this point should be walking out towards his balcony, so don't be right under him because he may hear the gun and panic, but kind of once he gets out on the balcony, just shoot the car once. If he did it right, he won't be in a panic, and he will be question marked, which means that he's going to come downstairs to investigate, so I'm just going to stand here in the non-trespassing area until he shows up. He'll come directly through that door to the right, and we can subdue him. Just make sure the door is closed. Now, don't kill him, because we're not in a Cicada bodyguard outfit yet. So we're just going to drag him in here, and we're going to take his clothes. The Sheik is allowed basically everywhere, and that's exactly what we want, because we're going to run to the fashion show now, and our goal here is to intercept Kurt and Novikov right as they're done talking to Sadie. We have them sometime. It should be another 40 seconds or so we should be in good shape. The Sheik's allowed all sorts of places. There are very few places he isn't allowed. I think the attic is one of them, but other than that, no one will really question us. So we just come in here and we wait by the diorama for Novikov to finish talking to Sato and then head towards the center of the room because we want to distract Novikov with the diorama. So I'm going to speed this up until he gets there. There it is. Now, we're going to wait here until Novikov comes over to admire. And when this is done, Novikov will leave through those double doors and Kurt will follow him kind of at a slower pace here. You see how he stops a lot. We're going to subdue Kurt right as he gets to the doors. There shouldn't be anybody who sees this, but you want to give it a little extra time just to make sure that no one in the dressing room sees you. And now that we have that, we're going to take his disguise. This is the disguise that we need to kill everybody with, so we'll just stick with this for a while. And what we're going to do is we're going to run over here to get a fire axe, and then we're going to run back to try to intercept Novikov. Because of where we are and where we're standing and what we've done in the routine, Novikov will go towards the large room on our right to make a phone call, and that'll take forever instead of going back behind the bar where it would be nice and easy to get him. So what we're going to do is distract him. Without Kurt around, he will return to normal AI, so he won't force bodyguards and things to check, because without his bodyguard, he doesn't know. So just check around, make sure nobody's watching, and kill Novikov with the axe. And what I'm going to do is drag him around. Now, you could drag him into the stairwell to the left, but if you're careful and watch out for the models, you should be able to drag Novikov into the same container you put Kurt. And once he's in there, it's perfectly safe. The axe should also still be here. It kind of gets dragged along with him, even though you don't see it. So we'll pick that up and keep it with us, although we may not need it the whole time because there are other fire axes. So the next thing we're going to do is go upstairs, and we're going to head to the 3rd floor. Now, there are plenty of ways to bypass the enforcer guards on the stairs, but I'm just going to show the safest method here. Watch that guy that I almost threw the axe at, too. He is an enforcer, and he will occasionally be looking down the hallway that I just ran down. If so, just wait. So we're going to go upstairs. And just based on timing, you may catch Dahlia and Sophis leaving. Odds are you're not going to catch them in the room. Dahlia can't really be interrupted just due to her AI at this point, but Sophis, you may be able to get him into the bathroom like this. If not, just get rid of the guard in the bathroom, or get rid of the guard that's in the room and wait for Dahlia and Sophis to come back, and just, if you've handled that before in Showstopper, you should be able to figure that one out. Just kill one and the other. But since we were able to intercept him a little early, we can grab him and we can dump him. I would recommend dumping him off this one just because there's a small possibility that someone has seen his body before he's technically dead, and that can count as a body found.
All right,
so
just stay here. I'll check it
we're now going to lure in the guard, which you could do first if Sophis gets away from you. If you're just too slow, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You will be able to get both Sophis and Dahlia regardless, because Sophis will follow Dahlia around regardless. So we're just going to knock the guard out here so that he does not interfere with us.
Oh no, no, that's not good.
What?
And I'm also going to store him. Again, this is strictly to be perfectly safe, because so far we have not left any bodies except the Sheik's to chance. And the Sheik should be the only one that we're going to risk, and it shouldn't be a problem as long as we're fast. So, now we have to grab the axe, and we wait around for Dahlia to come back. There are ways to get her quicker, but we're not going to employ them. We're just going to stick with safe methods. So we're just going to dither around for a while until she finally walks in. And when at last she does, we're going to close the doors, wait a few seconds to avoid getting x-rayed, and then just kill her with the axe. Remember, you have to throw the axe at Novikov and melee Dahlia with it. They're two different methods, so make sure you use the correct ones. Sophis had to die from a fall, that's what we dumped him for. So now we still have the Sheik to kill, although he is unconscious, but we can kill him with any method, so we can just snap his neck. And we have Congressman Walsh. Now, Congressman Walsh stays in the entry foyer until Novikov comes down and talks to him. If you interrupt Novikov with, like, the fireworks or something, he won't ever talk to the congressman, and the congressman will stay standing by the stairs in the foyer. But in this case, Novikov did talk to him. So he's now moved to the bar area, which is fine. It just makes a little more effort to actually get him. Again, we're in a guard outfit, bodyguard outfit. We're fine. We can go behind anywhere we want. So we're going to bump the congressman, and we're going to do a coin trick here to try and get him into kind of this hallway. And even though he probably shouldn't be back there, he'll happily go over there because NPCs can't be trespassing. So, just basically, you know, if you have to bump him and redrop, do that. But the goal here is just to get him into one of these two bathrooms.
Pull yourself together, man.
It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter how. Just get him so that he's walked into the bathroom,
Hey, look,
and
it's
then
not
bump
fun.
him.
That's okay, didn't hurt.
Place a coin on the toilet. He should notice it, start walking towards it. Now spam the button to drown him, because he may turn in an awkward way, and then the drown prompt may disappear, but this is pretty much the only way without an emetic that you're going to be able to do this with no mastery, because you won't have any audio lures or anything like that. Now, he died in an accident, a drowning accident, so you don't have to hide his body, but I'm doing it just in case. So all we have to do now is kill the Sheik, grab our suit, which happens to be right where the Sheik is, and then we want to leave before anyone has any reason to go into that room where the Sheik is. Now, no one should do that unless they're either dragging a body, which there are no bodies to be found, so that's good, or they're returning a weapon, which, again, there shouldn't be any weapons to be found. So just snap the Sheik's neck, and now we're just going to run for the main exit, and we will be done with this one. It's a tough one, but it is possible to do without mastery, so as I've shown, not easy and not fast, but it is possible to do. And this was actually somehow good enough for number 3, but I suspect that's going to change.